Darlings, as I am back on the fasting train today, and I am fasting from food, specifically liquid only for at least from yesterday to today, and then maybe tomorrow. It's whenever you fast from food in that way, which a lot of us use food to numb and use food to block out things, or it can be a way to just cover stuff up and ignore it. A lot of shit is going to come up when you fast. Your emotions are going to come up when you fast. Your thoughts, your mind is going to say some crazy shit to you when you fast. And the point of this is just like that your mind is going to do whatever you've told it to do repeatedly. So it's time to start breaking the chains and the cycles of your subconscious programming, because that is what's showing up. Now, just because I know this doesn't mean that I am not challenged by it myself. Like, my mind is strong as fuck. Like, she powerful. And it's still important for me to clear out and build resiliency against the programming that doesn't even belong to me. It's time to defragment your computer. You get to uninstall the operating system that was installed in you by society or somebody else. Like, you have a choice. You no longer have to run the same programming over and over and over again. And that is why I share, because it helps me hold myself accountable, not just to spread the word or whatever. It's a twofer. Yes, y'all might relate. You might be going through the same thing, and I'm holding me accountable in the same breath. Public accountability is one way to hold yourself accountable. You can have an accountability buddy too, but sometimes those don't always pan out. You got to make sure that if one of y'all falls off, the other one is on it. You know, there's a dedication, there's a devotion that needs to happen in that. And there's a couple other types of accountability too. But public is one of the most vulnerable ways, and I feel like it's the scariest way for a lot of fucking people, because people gonna look at you, they gonna say what they gonna say, and a lot of times when people got shit to talk, it's a reflection of themselves as well. Like, you could say whatever you want. I'm always gonna be like, oh, so how is that showing up in yourself? When I don't like somebody now, I'll be like, oh, what are they reflecting that I don't like about myself, or that I am struggling with within myself? Because everybody is a mirror in some way, shape, or form. If you constantly judging the next person, how are you judging yourself? Where did you learn how to do that? Where did that programming come in the first place? Sometimes you don't need to know where it came from. All you need to know is that it's installed, and it's time to uninstall and erase that shit. So pay attention to your thoughts. And it can be challenging at first. We have a lot of thoughts all the time, and a lot of y'all's minds, and I'm not saying mine is any different, but like move like I've learned how to slow down, and I'm much more conscious and aware of what my mind is thinking or what I'm saying out of my mouth. Even slowing down to speak, so that I can actually be cognizant and present of the words I'm saying. Because your words are powerful. Y'all have heard that. I know it. And sometimes I've been saying the same thing for 30 some odd years. So bringing it to the conscious, bringing it to the forefront, being present in every moment, the now is where the future is created. What choices are you making today? What choices are you avoiding today? We go through a lot of choices every day. So yes, it can seem overwhelming. Yes, there's a lot of things to sift through, and some things are more important and will have a domino effect on everything else if you prioritize in the way that is right for you. Just because I tackle one thing first doesn't mean that's what you need to tackle first. Okay? So that's what I do. I help people figure out the best way for them. Just because it worked for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And the main thing is that there is always a way forward. Sometimes we just need to look at it from a different perspective, or have someone else with different eyes, with a different spirit, with a different mind, with different gifts, look at us objectively and listen to what we're saying, because we live in this house. I live here. You know those nose blind commercials? You can be nose blind to the smells in your own house, the ways that you are habitually acting. Unconscious behaviors become unseen and invisible to your conscious when you do them enough. So like somebody who says and whatever every 2 seconds, they may not even know that they're doing it. So my darlings, my loves, should you want any assistance on your journey, holla at me. I'm on my journey too. Perfection is being in a perpetual state of change, and I am learning just like you are about all kinds of stuff every day. The only difference is that a lot of my gifts involve seeing these things in other people and helping you understand you in a way that you may never have even been taught or thought of yourself. And that's not because you're dumb, because you're not dumb. You might think you are sometimes. I used to call myself stupid all the time. I'll never call myself stupid again. But it is very much about just being open to receive and being open to change and really committing to it. When times get tough, that's whenever your brain grows. I love you.